Arjuna stood on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The noise of war had not yet begun. But inside him, something had already shifted. He was no longer confused in the same way. He was no longer frozen. He was no longer overwhelmed by emotion. And yet, a deeper question remained. He looked at Krishna and spoke. Krishna, you speak of action. You speak of truth. You speak of doing what is right. But how do I know what is right for me? How do I know what my role is? What if I act? But I act in the wrong direction. What if I follow a path that is not meant for me? I see many possibilities, many paths, many choices, and this itself creates confusion. Krishna, what is my Dharma? And how do I recognize it? Arjuna continued. Krishna, I see others around me, each one acting differently, each one choosing their own path. Some seek power, some seek peace, some step forward, some step away. And when I see all of this, I begin to question myself. Should I be like them? Should I choose a different path? Should I avoid this battle entirely? What if there is another way? What if my role is not what I think it is? The more I look at others, the more uncertain I become. It feels like I am searching for something outside myself, trying to find direction in comparison, trying to find certainty in what others choose. Krishna, how do I know my path when there are so many around me? How do I know what is truly mine? Krishna looked at Arjuna. His voice remained steady. Arjuna, Dharma is not something you borrow from others. It is not something you copy. It is not something you discover by comparison. Dharma is what is yours to do. It is the role that aligns with your nature, your ability, your position in this moment. You are not meant to live someone else's path, because what is right for them may not be right for you. You look at others and feel confusion because you are stepping away from your own clarity. Dharma does not always feel comfortable. It does not always feel easy, but it feels true. Even when it is difficult, even when it demands action. Arjuna, your Dharma is not hidden. It is in front of you. You already see it. You are simply resisting it. Krishna continued. You do not struggle because you cannot see your path. You struggle because you do not want to accept it. Because Dharma often comes with responsibility. It demands effort. It requires you to step into discomfort. So the mind searches for alternatives. It looks at others. It compares, it questions. Not because your path is unclear, but because your path is not easy. You think another path will feel better. You think another role will feel lighter. But walking away from your Dharma does not bring peace. It creates inner conflict. Because deep within, you know what is yours to do. Arjuna, it is better to walk your own path imperfectly than to walk someone else's path perfectly. Because only your Dharma can bring alignment, and only alignment can bring peace. This is where many people feel lost. Not because they have no options, but because they have too many. You look around, you compare, you see what others are doing, and slowly, you move away from your own direction. You think clarity will come from choosing the perfect path, but clarity does not come from perfection. It comes from alignment. Your Dharma is not always exciting. It is not always comfortable, but it feels right, even when it is difficult, and most of the time, you already know it. You just avoid it, because it asks more from you. The truth is simple. You do not need to find your path. You need to stop running from it. This is your Kurukshetra, and now you decide whether you follow your path or continue searching for another one.